Well, we have been here at Robert H. Craig, I think it is, campground. It's a COA campground in West Virginia for the past week, actually. We came in Friday a week ago, and it's Friday now. So we're getting out of here. And we're heading for Winchester, Virginia today. Cut my hair yesterday. I've been cooking all week long, so I still have a lot of leftovers. So yeah, it's actually been pretty nice to just sit still for a week. Kit and I have done a lot of walking through all the trails and stuff here. So now she has to actually walk herself.
Yeah, I put her down a little bit. I want to make sure she has to potty or anything. She's good.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Hey, nice meeting you.
Likewise. Yeah, I'm gonna fill up with water and dump tanks and.
No problem. Okay.
Can I do that from this side?
You could go up and turn in the other way if you need to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go the wrong way and turn around. Okay, well, the water tank is now very full. Hey, Chuck.
Hurry up, babe.
What'd she say? Okay. Was I supposed to pull the one off the post too?
No.
Okay.
Some people do, some no.
Oh, I wasn't clear.
No, she usually pulls them off when she goes around.
Souvenirs from being here.
Really?
There you go.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, here, you want a souvenir for my YouTube channel? Let me grab you a sticker.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
That is
That's
cool.
enough.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, check it out. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
And then you can say, hey, I know that person.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay,
we follow
cool.
her everywhere in the
That'll be
country.
great.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, thanks.
Cool.
Be safe.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty.
Well, it's going to be a good day to travel. Oh, man.
I'm only going 88 miles though. And that's a long day sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Especially getting out of the mountains. That can be kind of a thing. I do it slow, you know. That's the only way to do it. Well, thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you for coming. We'll check you out.
Alrighty. Okay, nice barking, Kit. We made new friends. We made new friends, yes we did. Let's go to the sanitary station and let's get sanitary. So with the dumping over, here's what I know about dumping Henry. Using a macerator pump is like the easiest dumping ever. It's really cool. Except that my hose has pinholes in it. Not cool. And so, yeah, so there's that. So I've got to get a new hose ordered. I'm going to see if I can have it delivered to the RV park in Hershey, which will be the next time I need to dump. Alright, so let's see if this is any better. We just had a dust devil come by. Yeah. Well, I was stopped there and I mean it was just like blowing really hard, and now it's completely still again. No idea what that was about. So what I just did was reverse the position of my TPMS and my camera actually going to be better for both counts. We'll see. Look, more steep descent. I think what we did was we came down one side of the mountain and now we're going up the other side. Because we've got some pretty tough, you know, like 25, 35 mile an hour turns again. Well, we just passed through the village of Junction. Oh, that was kind of cool. Look at that cool house. We are in Hampshire County, which is West Virginia's oldest county. Or are we in Virginia now? I think it's still West Virginia. At 1724, I think it said it was established. That's pretty old. And that is what you get in the East. You get old history as compared to West. Yeah, it's funny, history in the West starts pretty much in the 1800s. Which, you know, at this point is basically 200 years ago. But in the East, it's 1700s, 1600s. That's a whole different ballgame. When I lived in the East, which is where I started my real estate career, it was not uncommon to sell houses from the 1700s. And then when I moved to California, I got my real estate license there. Basically what California was preaching is that a house is used up after about 40 years. Which is also not true even in the West. I don't know where they came up with that, but I always thought it was odd. I definitely enjoy seeing the old houses and farmsteads and so forth, and the old villages. Well, here you have Pleasant Dale. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, I think this is Bent River we're coming into. And it says the speed limit is 20 miles an hour for construction when flashing. Look at this cute little town, village. Your speed, slow down. Okay, I got it. Oh, and now we're going to be slowing down to 15 miles an hour. Ruh-roh. Huh. I just edited a video this morning with a bridge scenario very much like this, except that it was a one-lane replacement bridge at that time that was controlled by traffic lights at either end of the construction area. Well, that says Capon Bridge Library. So I don't know what town we're in. But it rates two Dollar Trees. Nope. It rates a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, and a Family Dollar. It's got all three. The Dollar General was at the other end of town. We are still 17 miles from Winchester. Look at this ruin remnant with the three remaining chimneys and some rubble and a lot of wood. That was interesting. And we're now leaving Hampshire County. Almost at our destination for the evening. Welcome to the lovely Walmart. Well, here we go. Another night, another Walmart parking lot. I think I was the first one in, and I'm probably the last one out. First stop is going to be for fuel. And bakery because I decided if I'm going to eat bread, why not eat good bread? And hopefully they've got sourdough. And then we're doing laundry. And I figure while we're doing laundry, I'll be making breakfast. Welcome to Winchester, Virginia, founded in 1744. Well, it's really cool to see all of the old historic buildings for sure. Even if it turns out I can't park. How about right here? Well, I found parking in historic downtown Winchester, Virginia, y'all. Look at the old buildings. How cool is that? So Winchester was founded in 1744, and I know that there are buildings that, you know, date back to the founding for sure. Look at that across the street there. Wow. And what a beautiful day today. Come on, kid.
Oh, well, that maybe she would.
Pretty cool. We're heading over that way, looking for the bakery. We'll see. Well, this worked out super well. I managed to get my sourdough bread with the sourdough starter that came right from here.
North 10th Street for 3/4 of a mile.
So now we have to also hope I can find parking at the laundromat. I actually don't remember if I looked at that or not. We'll find out. But it sure is cool to go through the old downtown. Look at these old row houses. I used to live in a row house in Baltimore. I don't think it was quite this old, but it certainly wasn't brandy new. Oh, and then we've got a bunch of clapboard row houses up here. Very cool. And more brick. And look at this with the colonnades on the right. Look at that stone building on the right. Wow. Gorgeous. So you can tell that the buildings become much newer as we get further out from the original downtown, which is kind of cool. Well, we have just finished laundry. And even better, everything is put away and I made the bed. So I'm pretty pleased with all of that. Well, there's nothing like parallel parking in RV. I've had Henry in several interesting places today already. Okay, so I am going to have to wend my way through this parking lot to get out of here. Oh well.
Head northwest toward Plaza Drive.
The GPS originally said it was going to be like an hour and 45 minutes to get
Plaza
to
Drive, then turn right onto West Jubal Early Drive.
my next thing, which is a quirky stop.
West Jubal Early Drive.
But now it says 38 minutes, 25 miles. So we're going to say goodbye to Winchester. And then we're going to say hello to Charlestown. Well, welcome to Charlestown. I kind of feel like we're coming in the back way. We're going to go check out something historic. But what we're going to check out dates back to a hanging in 1859. Or maybe it was I think it was 1859. So John Brown was an abolitionist who raided Harper's Ferry hoping to get federal weapons from the South, from the Confederacy, and start an insurrection with slaves and so forth. And the Confederacy sent troops in and quelled the rebellion, arrested him, tried him, and then we're going to go take a look at the place where he was hung. And interestingly, in attendance at the hanging, I can't remember who else, but
Your destination will be on the right.
John Wilkes Booth was there. Look at these old houses. And apparently this is currently somebody's residence, so they don't want you to walk up on the lawn or anything. So we're just going to take a look at it from the street.
It's on the right.
Check this out. Here we are in Charlestown, Virginia, and this is the historic Gibson Todd House, which is, and it's occupied by people now, so you can't walk up in the grounds or anything. But look at the embellishment way up there. That's pretty cool. So this is the site following John Brown's trial. Oh, and just in case you don't know what he was tried for, he started an insurrection using slaves and others to, get away from slavery in the South. So he was executed here on December 2nd, 1859, probably out here in this field. This is the hanging site. 7 men were hanged here between December 1859 and March 1860 for their part in John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry. The scaffold stood here in a large field. A month after the trial, on December 2nd, 1859, John Brown was the first to die. He rode here in a wagon, sitting on his casket with his arms tied. His last message, which he gave to a jail guard, read, "I, John Brown, am now quite certain that the crimes of this guilty land will never be purged away but with blood. I had, as I now think, vainly flattered myself without very much bloodshed it might be done." 800 militiamen under Colonel John T. Gibson stood guard to prevent any attempt to free Brown. Brown's body was returned to his wife in Harper's Ferry and taken home to North Elba, New York for burial. Many Northerners regarded him as a martyr. Among those present at Brown's execution were Thomas J., later Stonewall Jackson, then an instructor at Virginia Military Institute, John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated President Abraham Lincoln in 1865, and Edmund Ruffin, who fired one of the first shots of the Civil War in Fort Sumter. On December 16th, White Raiders John Cook and Edwin Coppock and Black Raiders Shields Green and John Copeland were hanged here. Raiders Aaron Stevens and Albert Hazlitt followed on March 16th. In 1892, Gibson, the militia commander, built the Victorian house that stands here today. Right there. Pretty cool. Okay, well that was a cool little stop. We're going to go take a look at the downtown historic district of Charlestown and probably just drive through it. I was going to walk around the block here and look at some of these other big old houses.
In 1,000 feet,
But,
turn left onto East Congress Street.
I was getting chased by a yellow jacket. And I didn't want to take a chance on getting stung, because that really means a hospital visit for me. Happy Retreat, established 1990? 1890? Oh, Happy Retreat was George Washington's, I think, retreat house here in Charlestown. Hoping I wasn't going to scrape.
And is on the right.
Trees are a little low here, but I don't think the branches are going to be a big problem. Turning around might be a little bit of a problem. Ooh, there's a scrape. So we got out of here, no harm, no foul. Now,
Mornington Road, then turn right onto Mornington Avenue.
we're going to go ahead down, and I'm going to hope I can get all the way out of here without scraping. Because the driveway is just a little bit steep. Not too bad. I think that's our destination up there on the right. Well, this is a first for me. There's the scoreboard. We are at Charlestown Races. Not here for the races. I'm here because it's a casino, and as with so many of them, they allow free car docking for overnight RVers. So, why not? This must be the winner's circle here, I'm guessing. And I'm going to show you something I found really interesting. Now, as I said, I've never been to a race course before. Got a jockey statue here, and I guess it's from this race. I don't really understand. Another thing I didn't realize, I thought that they ran on dirt, but it's actually sand, and it's soaking wet. So, wet sand is what they run on. Who'd have thought? Got a big indoor grandstand. And then they've also got some concessions and mutual betting outside those sheds down there, and a bunch of benches and some picnic tables. But, yeah, kind of interesting. And it's all open. I'm not sure when the next race is. I'm actually going to stay here tonight till, just because I don't feel like moving. I'm kind of hoping maybe there's some racing today, because I've always wanted to see horse racing in person. I grew up in Baltimore. I always wanted to go to Pimlico, and I never got there. So today could be my day. We'll see. What do you think, Kit? Would you like to see some horse racing? Would you like to see some horse racing? You might. I need to drink more water. My voice is still hoarse. This is the only trash can I've seen on this property so far. And I've walked around the outsides of the parking lots a fair amount between yesterday evening and today. there's a guy with a trailer way up there. He came over to that parking lot, which is not the one you're supposed to park RVs in. You're supposed to park over further to the right. There's another parking lot on the other side of the street. And of course, I got the trifecta of 3 tractor trailers pulled up with their noses perpendicular to mine. And the closest one was only about 40 feet away. There were still 2 there when I came out this morning. But hopefully they're going to leave sometime soon. One of them was here before I got here yesterday afternoon. That seems like a really long rest period. But what do I know? And this time we kind of walked around the back side of the garage. So basically, we're going to walk through another big parking lot. And I won't bore you with that. Well, here's where I parked. I'm hopeful that maybe this one's leaving. Still got the other one that was here when I first got here. Let me see if I can show you something though that I didn't notice when I parked here. But along about, I think about 7:30 last night, I was on the phone with a friend. I hear this huge noise that sounds like, I don't know if I can get to it, that sounds like a giant freight train is about to run into me. Well, here we go, check this out. Can you see the tracks right there? And I'm, literally just on the other side of that tree right there. So maybe 30 feet. It was super loud. But I didn't hear any others, so maybe it doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. That's what I'm counting on. It was a bit of a surprise though. Kit has been very zoomy this morning, huh? You've been a zoomy boy. You want to zoom some more? You all done? I think you're all done.